for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thanks for this hearing. This issue of separation of powers and the power of the purse has been such a reoccurring issue for the Congress, and why I think that I understand the distinguished lady's comments about the Judiciary Committee. I think that since these are so pervasively used in the financial services industry, I'm glad to see that this hearing is being held in this committee too, just to expose the members of the Financial Services Committee to this level of detail. The first thing I want to ask Ambassador Gray, does the worthiness of an organization receiving a mandatory donation cure the underlying problem of the congressional appropriations process has been circumvented? I mean, is there, because of this good that Professor Min talks about, is that a legitimate reason?
Well, if I understand your question, it doesn't matter to the principle involved and the application of the Miscellaneous Receipts Act whether any money actually touched the hands of any man or woman in the Justice Department. It's money due and owing the United States and should be deposited in the Treasury, and there's no excuse that the money went to worthy causes. Whether the causes are worthy is for you to decide, not for the department to decide, and the money belongs to Congress once it has been agreed to by the defendant in the case.
Thank you, Ambassador. Dr. Larkin, isn't it true that some of these activist groups that we've referred to this morning, like ACORN and La Raza, pressure banks in the past to make certain kinds of loans, and that even possibly contributed to the crisis, if you look back over the past 15 years or so?
I don't have any personal knowledge to that effect. I know there have been claims to that effect that have been reported in the media, and you would have to ask those journalists, but I couldn't give you any details about any such claims because I just don't have personal knowledge in that regard. Oh, can I just follow up on the question,
Yes,
the first
of course.
question you asked? You know, giving money to guide dogs for the blind is also going to wind up tremendously benefiting a lot of people. But if Congress hasn't authorized that money to be paid out, you can't cure the antecedent illegality by virtue of the fact that the recipient is going to make good use of it, because you also are going to have instances where there'll be misuses of it.
I'll give back the balance of my time, Mr. Chairman.